What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we are checking out an action camera. It is the Campark X25. It is a 4K action camera with a 170-degree wide-angle field of view with built-in Wi-Fi and HDMI out. It takes video in 4K at 30 frames per second, 2.7K at 30, 1080p at 120, 60 and 30 frames per second, 720p at 240, 120, 60 and 30 frames per second, and records them as a MOV file. It takes photos in 16, 13 and 8 megapixels and saves them as a JPEG file. It supports micro SD cards up to 64 gigabytes and has a diving depth of 30 meters with the provided protective waterproof housing. It comes in at just over £1 with the battery installed, and besides recording normal videos, it also records in slow motion, time-lapse record, and has a Wi-Fi phone app called the DV King app, a free downloadable app to connect to the camera for live video feed, remotely control the camera, download recorded files, and change the settings. So let's take a closer look. In the front we have the lens, we have the power/mode button, and an LED light indicator. On the left we have the micro USB port, the HDMI port, and the micro SD card slot. In the rear we have the 2-inch LCD screen, and we do have a couple of hidden LED lights to indicate the charge and the status. And on the right, we have the up and down arrow buttons and a speaker grill. And on the top, we have the OK/shutter button, as well as another LED light indicator. And on the bottom, we have the battery bay. The battery is a 3.7 volt, 1050 milliamp size lithium ion battery, and it will record about 2 hours worth of time-lapse video and still have about 30% left over. That's a take a look at the camera, and here are some photos and videos recorded earlier. So to power on the camera, hold the power/mode button for 3 seconds. And a blue LED will indicate power is on in the front as well as in the rear. And it will sing a tune. Now it will go to the latest mode that was used, whether it be video, photo, time-lapse mode, etc. Here we are in the video mode. And on the top left, we have the video mode icon, and next to it, we have the recording time, and next to that, we have the remaining time left on the micro SD card. We have the micro SD card status, the audio status, and the battery level, and the current mode outside of the screen, which is 1080p at 60 frames per second. Now inside of the screen, we have the exposure setting, the white balance setting, and also the ISO setting. So to take a video, press the shutter button, and to stop the video, press the shutter button again. Now you can change the mode to photo by pressing the power/mode button. Short press it. It'll take you into the photo mode, and press the shutter to take a photo. Press the power button again and it will bring you back to the video mode. Now to power off, press the power button for 3 seconds and the camera will power down. Here is a time-lapse video of the sunset. And here is a drive at night. Now here is a video clip of the same drive in the morning with the sun coming up in the front. Here is a video clip going the opposite direction with the sun in the back. And to change the settings in the current mode, long press the shutter/OK button for 3 seconds. Scroll with the up and down button on the side. Here is the working mode, the playback mode, the settings mode, and the return key. Enter each mode by pressing the OK button. Now here in the working mode, you can choose from normal video, slowly, which is a slow motion record, loop record, in which the recorded video in the micro SD card will get overwritten by the new recording once the SD card is full, and time-lapse record. Regular photo mode, auto mode, in which it will continue snapping one photo at a preset interval, burst mode, and the timer mode. And here in the playback mode, we are able to play back a previously recorded video. Pause, long press the shutter OK button, and you are able to choose to delete the file. And here in the settings, we are able to change the parameters of the current recording mode. And change the camera system parameters. And the return key to go back to the main recording interface. Now to use the Wi-Fi phone app to control and to make changes to the camera, you will need to download the DV King 4K app. It is a free app in the App Store. Next, go to the system settings in the camera and turn on Wi-Fi. it will give you the Wi-Fi information, the Wi-Fi ID, and the Wi-Fi password. At this time, go into the Wi-Fi section in the settings on your device and connect to the Campark X25's Wi-Fi network. If they ask you for a password, you will type in 12345678990. I've already typed it in, so I'm already connected. Once connected, start up the app. It is an iPhone app stretched to fit the iPad. Here you have the live video feed and can quickly switch from video, slow motion, loop record, and also time lapse. You can also view the previously recorded videos in the video folder. You can start and stop recording videos or switch to the camera mode and snap photos. Now in the camera interface, you can choose from photo mode to auto mode, burst mode, and timer mode. You can also go into the camera settings and the system settings to make any changes. And to turn off Wi-Fi, press the up button or simply power down the camera. Here's a recorded video clip in 720p at 240 frames per second in regular speed. And here it is slowed down by 8 times. Notice we still have audio in the recording. Notice also the choppiness of the video. And here is a video clip using the slow motion record at regular speed. It is recorded 8 times slower than normal speed. Notice that the video is not choppy at all and is very smooth in the slow motion recording. And here it is slowed down by 8 times. Now you can really slow it down using this recording mode. However, there is no audio recorded using this mode. Now here I dive in the pool using the waterproof housing. Now, I didn't realize it still records a little bit of audio even with the waterproof housing. So I try again and I say hello underwater. And here I use the camera using a hands-free clip mounted to my visor. Alright, so I still have the camera mounted on the tripod mounting hardware. Now this is the same mounting hardware that I had the suction cup mount attached to, except it was from the top, so it has an attachment on the top and it also has an attachment on the bottom. And in this case I'm using a GoPro hardware that came with the camera to mount it onto my hat clip, and this is what I use when I want to be hands-free, like I was throwing that football in the backyard with my kid. But I didn't make any comments, so we weren't able to check out the audio. So this time around I'll say a few words so that we can also check out the audio. Alright, so here we go with hands-free operation with this camera. So hopefully the audio comes out pretty good. I got a quadcopter, so we're going to fly this quadcopter like as if I'm doing a quadcopter review here. So let's arm it and check it out. Now the camera has a pretty good field of view, so we should be able to see the quadcopter in the frame. It'll probably look a little bit small because of the field of view, but this is a pretty big quadcopter. And there's a tiny little bit of wind starting to kick in. I don't think it is enough for wind noises on the microphone here, but okay. So there's a little demonstration here using the camera as a hat cam and a little audio to go with it. Now here the camera is mounted on an FPV racer quadcopter and flown in an open field. If you want to check out the X25 action camera by Campark for yourself, the link to the product is in the video description down below. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time.